my name is Q, and a lot of people ask me about Baijiu. I'm a Baijiu connoisseur, so today I'd like to tell you about Baijiu. For starters, internationally, the Chinese aren't known for alcohol production, but the Chinese are probably responsible for the invention of your wife's favorite drink, wine. How so? Well, there's actually documented evidence in what is now present-day China of the earliest traces of wine, 9,000 years ago. But unlike the Europeans in the Middle East, Chinese abandoned grape wine for something called Huangjiu, which is rice wine. Huangjiu was actually China's #1 alcohol beverage for a very long time, until the middle of the 20th century when Premier Zhou Enlai pushed Baijiu at state dinner. Deng Xiaoping further pushed Baijiu with his economic policies and eventually led to Baijiu becoming China's #1 consumed alcohol. You're probably asking yourself right now, what in the heck is Baijiu? Well, let me tell you.
Most Baijius are distilled from sorghum. Sorghum is a kind of grain that's widely grown in Asia. Some Baijius are also distilled from other grains such as wheat, millet, and barley. Baijiu uses a special yeast called qiu. It's a combination of yeast and rotten grain. Baijiu's predecessor is rice wine, and also Huangjiu, a yellow wine. Originally, Baijiu is a ritual drink. In ancient China, people used Baijiu to honor God and their ancestors. Subjects of the royal court would consider it an honor to be awarded a cup of Baijiu from the emperor. In more modern times, people drink Baijiu with friends and family, and it's also the cornerpiece of Chinese business dinners. Baijiu has inspired legendary Chinese poets. Countless classic poems have been composed by artists with Baijiu in their system as their muse. Famous poets such as Li Bai wrote Ye Xiao Du Zhu, a poem about drinking alone under the moon during the Tang Dynasty around 700 AD. Baijiu is the most widely produced alcohol in China, double that of vodka. In 2017, over 12 billion liters of Baijiu was produced, with sales volumes over $80 billion. That's about 3 times the size of the U.S. liquor market. Baijiu is often stored in Chinese-style pottery from as little as 1 year to more than 30 years. There have been Baijius discovered older than 2,000 years. They were discovered in the tombs of kings from the Han Dynasty. Similar to other spirits, Baijiu is categorized. It's separated by its aromas. There are more than 12 categories. I'll name the most popular: strong aroma, light aroma, sauce aroma, and rice aroma.
Well, I'd love to hear your comments and see what you think about Baijiu. Are you willing to try Baijiu? Please leave a comment, subscribe, and like. And stay tuned for next time when we talk about one of my most favorite Baijius, Zheng Xiaobai.